Hi, this is Paul. Like I said, normally I do these these videos for my other channel. Usually I do them on the weekend, but with everything that's happened with Shannon Sharpe, I thought I'd just have to make a video since I was recording two like trailer reactions for my other channel. But so this is for this channel, Paul Views and Opinions, and it's about sports and sports personality, and about Shannon Sharpe, who I guess I thought, like a lot of people, again, and I guess it just goes to show you really don't know celebrities and personalities and stuff that's on TV and stuff. I mean, they're presented one way, but you don't know what they're like behind the scenes, and all the stuff that's come out with Shannon Sharpe, with this girl suing him for $50 million for, supposedly sexual assault and a bunch of other charges and stuff. And I know she has the lawyer that tried to sue Jay-Z and I think Puff Daddy and stuff. Tony Busby, I think that's his name, the lawyer and stuff. And all this other stuff is coming out since that. And today, I think, was it today or yesterday? I think Shannon Sharpe officially, I guess he said he's stepping away from ESPN. I don't know if they told him to step away before we fire you, but he said he's stepping away from ESPN and spending time with his family. Okay, eye roll, insert eye roll here. And he's going to be back, I guess, during preseason football. I don't know about that because, Shannon, you don't know how this is going to go. So you can say that, but that may not be reality, okay? Because, like I said, all these other cases have come up. There's been they dropped a thing about some kind of assault at FS1 between Shannon Sharpe and that they sort of settled. And I know he had a longtime girlfriend that took out a restraining order on him and stuff. And it's just been a bunch of stuff. And like I said, when it rains, it pours. It just again, and I guess my perception of Shannon Sharpe, because I was going to say my thoughts of it, but it's just my perception because I really don't know him. It just seemed like I thought Shannon Sharpe was a cool dude that, that he had these, he's always come up with these folksy saying, what his grandma used to tell him, was father used to tell him, and all this stuff, all these, country sayings and all that stuff. And it seemed like, he knew his stuff when it came to, the football and stuff. But like I said, I don't know him personally. So all these other these things, allegations and stuff that's out there, it just I guess it again just goes to show you really don't know people. I mean, you have this one because you really don't know. You just let these people into your room when you turn on the TV and stuff, but you don't really know how they are behind the scenes. So I guess my perception of it, and I guess I thought maybe Shannon Sharpe was smarter than this, but you don't know people. You don't know who people are behind the scenes. They could act one way in public and one way behind the scenes and stuff. And I also know, like I said, sometimes you have to hear the full story before you make a judgment. But then it's life, anything. People are gonna make judgments about stuff. And again, I feel that it's like, man, I didn't think Shannon Sharpe was that way, or at least I thought he was smarter than this to get himself into a situation where it seems like he's going to get screwed 10 ways to Sunday. But again, you don't know the full story. We don't know what it is exactly. And like I said, it's easy to kind of dismiss it and say, oh, well, these girls are skeezers and stuff, but you don't, it says two sides to every story. And again, I thought Shannon Sharpe was a lot smarter than this, but again, like I said, we don't know people. We just have this perception that we have of them. We don't really know how they are behind the scenes. And again, there's a part of me that that feels sorry for him, because like say you see a successful black man, you want to kind of root for that, and then all this stuff, freaky deaky stuff start coming out, and you go, Jesus Christ, I really didn't know. We really didn't know him. That was just this perception that we had of him. He looked like a good guy, but we don't know behind the scenes what he's like and what he is like in his relationships, because nobody's with any person 24/7. So you don't know, how they are behind the scenes. And it just really shocked me from the beginning of this week all the way to the end of the week here that we're, finding all this stuff out. And now he stepped away from ESPN. And I don't know about his Club Shay Shay thing, because I know that was a whole big thing that they said that he was getting ready to sell it to he was getting ready to sell his podcast and Club Shay Shay thing to I think to it. I don't know if they said but who was going to buy it, but it was supposedly a $100 million offer out there. And I know there was a thing where they said that the OnlyFans model girl that's suing him now for $50 million was originally going to take a settlement, I think, for tens of millions of dollars. I think that's what his lawyer said, but I guess maybe they found out, the lawyer found out that he was getting ready to sign this $100 million deal, and now they changed it to wanting half of that. They want $50 million. It's just crazy. I know Shannon calls it a blackmail attempt to be at blackmail, but you don't know how it's going to come, how it's going to shake out, because like I said, all these things are coming out and stuff. So again, like I said, you think some people are smarter than this. I just assumed that Shannon Sharpe was a lot smarter and not put himself in a situation. But again, like I said, we don't know what he's like behind the scenes, what his kinks are, and what he likes and what he does. So it's just a shame again, because I really did like Shannon Sharpe and thought he was really one of these positive brothers, and I liked him as far as giving his views on sports and stuff. But I guess it just goes to show you that you really don't know anybody. You really don't, unless unless you're involved with that person. You really don't know anybody. So we'll see how it shakes out and see how it's how it gets ultimately resolved. I ultimately think probably he's gonna wind up. It's gonna wind up costing him some money. He's gonna have to pay this girl a couple $1 million. I don't think she's gonna get the $50 million. I think that's a pie in the sky thing. And I know they released the audio and all that stuff, which didn't make Shannon Sharpe look good at all. But he's gonna probably wind up settling with her and maybe giving her. I don't think she's gonna get no $50 million. I know before they said he was willing to give her $10 million to go away. He may have to up that to maybe like $20 million or something like that to get her to go away. And it's just, but your reputation is going to be in tatters. It's going to be in ruins, because you're going to have. I think eventually he's going to have to settle this, because if there's more things out there, the lawyer's going to tell him, listen, Shannon, you want to settle this quick as possible, because all these other things are coming out about you and stuff, and it's going to snowball effect, and it's going to, if you ever hope to maybe one day get back on ESPN or maybe try to change the public perception of yourself, you're probably gonna have to settle this case. Although he said he's willing to fight it. He says it's blackmail. The girl's trying to blackmail him. So, right? If you think that's what it is, then you're gonna have to fight and to clear your name. That's the only way you're gonna clear your name. You're gonna have to fight and try to. That's the only way that's the only thing you can do. But again, it just I don't know, it just disappointed me a lot, I guess, just in the fact that, I guess people turn out not to be who you think they are. So there's that. Anyway, let me know what you think of this whole Shannon Sharpe being sued thing and all these other past allegations coming up. It's just crazy and wild to me. It's just, again, just to proves that you really don't know people. Okay, they can be one way in public and one way behind the scenes. So I think that's about it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. In the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. My Patreon is only $5 a month. Over 200 videos on there, divided into 5 different categories. You get 5-minute preview clips of all the content that's on there. Follow the link, it'll take you there. Also have a link down below to my merchandise store. As you can see, I'm wearing my shirt with the logo t-shirt. I sell t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, teddy bears, hats, okay, for men, for women, unisex. Follow a link to the store and it'll take you there. And that's another way for you to support me. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.